Welcome to Hanover Fire Station 6. My name is Matt McCucci. I'm a firefighter EMT here. And today we're going to give you a virtual tour of Ambulance 406. This is a pretty basic model of the ambulances you'll see around the county. This is a Ford F550 chassis, and it has a Portland box, which we'll get to in a minute. But come on inside, I'll show you what's in the cab. It's basically set up like most Ford trucks. It has a few additional items, such as our MDT here. We can get our calls up on this iPad. We can mark that we're en route, we're at the hospital, all sorts of things. We can get directions on there. We have our radio down here, our climate control, and then of course our sirens down at the bottom here. So the interior is basically set up like most Ford Super Duty trucks. It has a few additional items. This is our MDT. We have Wi-Fi on here. When we catch a call, it'll show up on here, and it's all touch screen. We can mark en route. We can mark when we're at the hospital. We can also get our directions to the call with that. Down here, we can adjust our climate control as well as our emergency master lights. Over here is our radio and CB, so we can talk to Hanover Dispatch. And right down here is where we make all the fun woo-woos. So for the most part, all of the ambulances in Hanover County are going to look generally the same. The way we can tell the difference is our placard here. We have the 4 that signifies it's a Hanover apparatus, and then 6, meaning it's from Station 6. In our first compartment, if you look on inside, this is our onboard oxygen. We have ports on the inside of the cab I'll show you, so we're giving oxygen as a treatment for a patient. We have this. We carry water bottles and also a broom to keep things tidy. The onboard oxygen also helps us out when we're at 30,000 feet flying. I'm kidding. The ambulances don't fly. So the ambulance is crewed by 2 people generally. And a lot of people don't realize is that they're not only EMTs or paramedics, but they're also firefighters. So in this compartment, we'll keep our firefighter gear, our air packs, and then down here we have our married pair, which is a Halligan and an axe. This is an additional compartment for the second firefighter, EMT paramedic. Another air pack, helmet, and personal gear. We're very lucky here. We have high-tech stretcher. It's an auto load here. So when we arrive on scene, we can pull out the stretcher, our striker, and press these handy-dandy buttons, brings down the legs. It requires no muscle whatsoever. And we can take it to the front door. This has a 700-pound capacity. On the stretcher, it's already ready to go. We have our EMS bag, which will have everything from trauma care, airway, and it also has an oxygen bottle inside. In this rear compartment, we have a few different items. We have various stretchers and backboards on this side. And then, I think this is a pretty cool device. We call this the stair chair, also made by Stryker. If we come to your house and you're not able to walk on your own and we can't get the stretcher to where you're at, we're going to most likely use the stair chair. It's designed for 2 people. We can sit you down here. We have seat belts for you. We'll strap you in. And then 2 operators can help get you out of the house to our stretcher. It also comes in the rear with these tank tracks, and this is helpful for getting down stairways. Oh, hey guys, come on inside. Welcome to the back of Ambulance 406. You'll hear people describe the apparatus as an ambulance or a medic. The signifier there is the difference between the level of the provider. If there are 2 EMTs on board, it's called an ambulance. If there's an EMT and a paramedic, we call it a medic. And then if you're in the biz, we call it the box. This is the captain's chair. It's got some pretty cool race car seat belts that we like to strap on in for a bumpy ride. You can also still provide for your patient from here. So this is our control panel. It's similar to the one up front in the cab. The provider back here can operate everything from turning the onboard oxygen, which you saw in the compartment out front. We have ports, much like this, scattered about the rest of the back of the ambulance. If we wanted to use a nasal cannula or a non-rebreather. We can also adjust the vacuum here for suction. And this is our suction canister, and we have different catheters you can attach for suctioning. Our interior lights we can adjust. And then as far as climate control, the climate is not about the provider's comfort, it's about the patient's comfort. So if we have a hypothermic person, we are going to increase the heat, obviously. My favorite thing to do is change the lights on this, so you can really set the mood back here. So this is our airway compartment. Every ambulance and medic in the county is relatively set up the exact same way, so that if you get transferred to another station, you still know where everything is. So this is our life pack. Every ambulance has one. You can also release it from the mount if you need to take it inside. You can get basic vitals from this, as well as an EKG, and it also acts as our AED. So in this compartment, this is our trauma compartment. We have bleeding control, and this is the IV compartment. So if the paramedic plans to start an IV, all of the supplies are there for them. Over here is another bench seat, which can provide 2 more providers with seat belts. We also have these grab bars up here, which do surprisingly come in handy when you're moving down the road and trying to work on a patient. Up above, maybe the most important thing we have on this ambulance, a nemesis bag, or a puke bag. Thank you so much for taking a tour of Ambulance Medic 406 today. Hopefully we'll have some more apparatus to show you in the future. That's about it. I'm Matt McCucci, signing out. Oh, we got on! Thanks for joining us.
Local station
Come on, George!
alert. Local station alert. Local station alert.